Good evening. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to tonight's stream. Aviva, nice to see you. How are you doing? Ulas, hello, good Abend. Organ Aviate, hello, Starman, hello, Hayden, hello. Hope you're all doing well. Right. Here we are. Ooh, hang on, let me just check something quickly. Let's have a quick look. Settings. No. My plane. No. Oh. Ground services. No. Wait. Read from. I've already forgotten how to load this. The sim reef. It wasn't the EFB, wasn't it? Navigraph. Oh, hang on. Hold on. Right. There we go. You see, one of those things I'm like, hang on, where was the prompt for that? Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm not sure if you guys own the iFly 737 MAX. Today I had the issue that I had an update showing, and I installed the hotfix, and then I couldn't load the aircraft anymore. The aircraft was literally broken, so I had to completely reinstall the aircraft again, and of course, yeah, with all the consequences. But anyways, so the fuel truck is there. Alright, cool. And we are, of course, in Marseille, as you can see. Flying from Marseille to Porto. Just going to check that we are on live time. We are, and that we are on live weather, which we are as well. H2 pilot, I wouldn't care. I couldn't care less anymore, to be honest. So, like seriously, I'm retired. Remember? There you go. Oh, okay, Bruno, hello to you. Oh, Alex, thank you so much. Now, again, I apologize that even though I've set everything for the alerts regarding YouTube. I guess I need to do a I need to do another vendor for that, especially from YouTube. And the 777, hello to you. Greetings to Sweden. Good vibes. Thank you. Katisak, hello to you. Nice. This is your hometown, Marseille. Beautiful. Yeah, I used to love flying to Marseille. Lovely, challenging approach. And Bruno, Ryanair, what's this? What do you mean? We've flown Ryanair before. The good thing is, if I make a hard landing, I don't have to find excuses, right? So, good. Today, guys, we're up for two flights today. We're doing the first one here from Marseille to Porto, flight time about 1 hour 45. And I don't know, I have a feeling today, yeah, we may run into some issue today. I don't know. We'll see. And Nikki and Abend. Lilo, hello to you. So, yeah, I guess we're going to run into some issue, as you would expect, and then we'll see how we handle it. In the meantime, let me just get power to the aircraft really quickly. And going to put the battery power on first. We already have ground power available. Let's start this beauty. Andreas, hello to you. Hello, how are you doing? And so Alex, big thank you, Alex, for the 10 Canadian dollars. That's really kind of you. Thank you for that. And greetings to Montreal. I'm really hoping that one day I'll be able to take my wife to Montreal. Yeah, and I would love to meet you then. That would be great. Alex, once again, thank you so much for your kindness. Mark, goede wie? When's the next England game? Yeah, you need to let me know, because Right, let me have a quick look. Menu, data link. Doesn't work yet. Okay, it doesn't work. So ident. Oh no. Right. We're not going to tell anyone that we don't have the actual current. Just going to check that we do have the correct departure arrival routings in there. Yeah, of course, because it did reinstall the whole aircraft. Saturday night. Nice. But not 2 in the morning again, is it? I hope not. Right. Let me just have a quick look at performance. Mass imbalance. Load aircraft. Right. OFP, there it is. So, quick overview of the OFP. We have 159 ton estimate load. We have 61.0 fuel weight, -6. So we have 6 knots headwind component. Cost index is 5. Flight time, as we said, is 1 hour 47. The routing, and Tio, hello to you. The routing, guys, if you do want to fly along, just get exclamation mark route in here. That was a nightmare to figure out today. It literally, all the routings on SimBrief did give me a warning. It's an error message. So that routing that I made is the only one that's cleared. So yeah, really weird. But yeah, that routing is valid. And so now position in it. That's already done. Oh, hang on, no, this is right. We need to go on the over panel, of course, before we do anything else. Nav. Nice. Yes, Bruno. But don't tell anyone. The only thing I'm going to try to see if request flight plan. I'm just going to check if the routings are the same. So like the departure route and the arrival route have the same identifier. Yeah. If not, then we have to do a quick restart. Keeping fingers crossed. Alex, that's really kind. Thank you so much. Man, it would be so great. Like I said, I've met so many wonderful people here in this community. And yeah, I enjoy those moments very much. Right, let's see. Now, I know I have to be patient. It's like simulating real-world delay, right? So we'll see. Oh yeah, so the second flight today, we're going to go back in the helicopters. Now I did find a nice campaign on DCS, and so we're going to go back in the Huey to do some serious helicopter flying. And like I was saying, I've tested lots of helicopters now, and I have to say DCS and X-Plane are phenomenal when it comes to helicopter flying. Right, I'm getting a feeling that I either have to do this. Hang on, I can do it here as well. Ryanair to Delta Quebec. Hey Ghost and MA, wie geht's here? How's the holiday? Finally, we're getting some nicer weather here as well. No, I think that's broken. So, anyways, let's go departure arrival first of all, just to check. Oh, I need to get connected to VATSIM. And let's hope that nobody is here on my position there. Yeah. That looks alright. April 25. But we'll see. Right. Let me just check something quickly. So, weather. We have 280.14, so it's going to be runway 31, and that'll be 31 right. And we need to get the departure route Fox Juliet Romeo 6 November. So that's current. That is okay. There has been no changes. Okay. We'll see. Then we're going to go departure arrival. Again, just quickly checking. And the weather in Porto is 3:45, so it should be ANAF 35 or VUR 35. So hang on, 35 with the Inkit 6 Charlie. Yeah, we're lucky. Look at that. We are lucky. So we have the correct database there. And Thomas, hello. So we're doing okay. Let's have a quick look. Navigraph, terminal, star. That's this one here. Let's pin that. Inkit, and so the arrival transition is going to be via Akulu. So I'm going to press that. Activate, execute. So then just going to check that we have Fox Juliet Romeo, and then it is hello. Direct Golf Alpha in. Oh, disregard. Direct Golf Alpha India. That's interesting. Good. Direct. That's going to be this one here. Execute. Alrighty. And then route. Now we have to program ourselves. So I will program that in. Direct Alpha Golf November. And then it's direct LATEC. Direct LATEC. Direct Papa November. Papa November. It's going to be this one here. And then it's going to be direct Mirpo. Oh, and by the way, once again, thank you to all of those of you who have sent us the errors they found in our airport information. So I have tried to update everything. Okay, Bruno, I'll check the out of approach in a minute. Damn, BB Flying Rhino, I know, right? I'm getting way out of line. No, all good. So, Domingo, then direct November Echo Alpha. And then it's direct Zulu Mike Romeo. And then it's going to be Lima 155. Yep, that connects. And then it's going to be Upper Lima 155. Hang on. Oh, hang on, no, I can't do that. Hold on, give me a second. Lima 155. Adoro. Execute. And then it is Uniform Lima. Up Lima 155. To Canar. And then direct to Inkit, and then onto the arrival. Good. So the routing is in. I'm going to do a route copy quickly. And then we're going to check the charts here for the arrival, so that Bruno is also happy. Fishbone, hello to you. And Flyby. And to Flyby, you're from Porto. Also, I've been to Porto many times. Same as Lisboa. Brilliant, brilliant, beautiful, cities. Quickly restart that. The update from Navigraph, that has to do with things like the organized track system, correct? So let's have a quick look. And then we'll do the approach. Gear down 4 miles? What? That sounds dangerous. Good. So we have the arrival in kit 6 Charlie. Hang on. So can I in kit? So in kit 11,000 above, correct? Divut. Between no in kit 6 Charlie means flight level 80 above. That's correct. Papa Romeo 64670 above. Then 636 is going to be 4,000 above, correct. Kulu 4,000 above as well. And then for the approach, so if we have the RN35 approach from Kulu, it's going to be Papa Romeo 541, 3,000 above. Now what I'm going to do though, I'm going to put this to 3,000 at, since it is the final mandatory. Oh, hang on, disregard. It's 542. Disregard everything I said. So you have the final descent point, Papa Romeo 542 here, 3,000 at, correctly programmed. Missed approach point is 543, and it's a 3-degree down profile, which is correct as well. And we have about 8.6 miles. Perfect. That is perfectly programmed. Missed approach 544, retmo, and hold retmo at 6,000 or 60. Transition altitude is 4,000, pretty low. If we go to performance, no, disregard descend. Hang on. Descend. Oh, it doesn't have descend. VNAV, page 3. Forecast. Here we go. Transition is going to be 50. In this case, level 50. Before I forget. Yeah, that's also correct. Yeah, the way Aviamar, you are correct. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell because here it does say mandatory 3,000, but this would also imply we should be crossing that at 3,000. I think that's going to be the safer play. So yeah, thanks for that. I will change that also to 3,000 at. I mean, yeah, strictly, I know, like Bruno is saying as well, it doesn't say mandatory here, but from the chart picture, it doesn't matter. I mean, 3,000, if we are here at 3,000, it's only 2 miles. So, just to be on the safe side, we'll have that here as 3,000. That's fine. And Bruno, thanks for checking, Bruno. Yeah, I appreciate that. And Lilienthal, wie geht's dir? Andreas, we can have a look at how we would program the engine out procedure. It is a bit more, although not really. Let me see. If I put fix 3-1 right. Okay, that's. Or is it RW 3-1 right? No. Let's have a quick look at route 2, legs. So legs route 2. If I go and change that, let's say we do departure arrival. That's the secondary. Hang on, route 2. So I'm just going to do a return plan for route 2, okay? And then departure arrival. Let's say we do an approach Zulu. We'll do the 3-1 right Zulu because that's a little bit easier. Dolive transition. That's all we're going to do. And then let's see. Can I get this? If I take this, right? Fix. Now it's taken it. Isn't it weird? So you have to really take it from the Lex page, otherwise it doesn't accept the coding. So from here you could actually then, which is quite neat, you could actually then code the misapproach procedure here. So you could go 312 degrees radial, and we can do, in this case, 25 miles. So here we could do that. Let's go route 1 legs. And then let me quickly change the... Yeah, there we go. So now we do have that engine up procedure as well here. So that's how you could do it here. Oh, I can just see I need to change a few things. Otherwise Bruno's going to shout at me again. Settings. Hold on. Systems. My plane. Parameter flight display. So we want to have that switched off, and on a navigation display, heading on top. Scared of the mods, absolutely. Alright. Cool. Got that. No, I've never had track up. Why would you want track up? Unless Ryanair has track... Really? Ryanair has track up? You've got to be joking. Oh, no. No, I crash aircraft if I have that. Right, I'm just going to go... Import latest OFP. Right. So today I'm going to use the FlyHub app, because there was actually a flight today for this routing real-world flight, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec. So now I'm going to go and try to log this flight this way. Hope I won't close it later on. Now, that, and then let me also start the boarding process. Let's request boarding.
Ladies and gentlemen, please confirm the flight information on your boarding pass and take your seat according to the seat number shown on the boarding pass. Place your hand-carried items in the overhead compartment and under the seat in front of you. When
Cat
opening
1.
the overhead compartments, please take care that any baggage does not fall.
Meow, yeah, Cat 1. I don't know, my wife's here, so I don't know why she's not letting her out. Just gonna... I'd have to text my wife, because... Okay, we get a cat cam. So my cat, well, we got 2 cats, so they don't really want to come into our office, because obviously there's a lot of electronics here. And then they kind of just come to the door and they meow if they want something, but I have a feeling, well, they should have been fed by now, so I'm not sure what the issue is. Anyways, let's get the APU running. As the passengers about to start boarding. There they are. Oh, look at that. That's neat. Nice sounds. Well, the passengers at the rear are not going to be happy with that. I really dislike that. Whenever I have had a situation where I was boarding the plane as a passenger at the rear, and then the APU was either running or just starting up. I tried. Hang on, I didn't find it here, the options regarding air stairs. Oh, the music. Copy strike incoming. Oh, this is also annoying. Where's the setting for that? Miscellaneous, acceleration mode, cabin. Ah, there we go. Cabin open. I'm gonna force them open. For crying out loud. Alright. Then let's get the APU already on bus. So don't forget later on, I'm gonna get the APU bleed on, some packs on. Nice. Oh, and you got the exhaust, yeah, because of the wind, yeah. That can happen as well. Right, rest of the panel. Let's have a quick look up here. Cabin utility on. Gonna arm the emergency lights. Seatbelts can go on. Although fuel. Yeah, 7.7. Is that the correct value? Let's have a quick look here. Navigraph, OFP. Let's have a quick look here. Oh yeah, 7.7. I'm impressed. Man, this EFB has changed so much regarding the iFly. That has become so good, so very nice. But, yeah, I'm going to leave this page open so I know that I have to fill it out. I'm going to already get the... Yeah, 30 degrees in the cabin. Are you kidding me? Ay, much too warm. Much too warm. Can we go high? Right, let's go have a look at the pack. Oh, it's even though that's the supply temperature. Hang on. That's the cabin temperature. 35 degrees. Yeah, so packs are nice, delivering nice and cool air. Supply ducts are slowly getting colder, which is quite nice. That's a correct simulation. It does take a while for the cool air to cool everything in the ducts. So that's pretty impressive. Cruising level. Let's have a quick look here. Cruising level. We did file. I think it was 350. Yeah, 350. 350, and the elevation 250 is also good. Nice. And the rest looks good. Alright. So FMS, we've got the routing. We'll have a look at the departure route here in Marseille. That's the Foxtrot Romeo 6 November. It's an RF departure. Max speed to 50 below level 100. No ATC at the moment. Transition 5000. RNAV 1 is required, which we have. And then we've got the waypoints 310. Left turn Martigues. So we can actually dial in Martigues here. So let me dial in Martigues, which is 17.3. And then we go Bulto, Salin, Mary, and Fox Juliet Romeo 1445. That means we'll put that here. 1445. And so we are good. Then for the track here, runway track is going to be 31. Interesting. Is that both sides? Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, it's correct. 313, 312. Interesting. So 312 degrees. So heading 312. I'm going to put the course for the runway as well. 312 for a quick return. And then for the departure initial climb, 4,000 feet. 4,000 feet is set, so we'll have 312 here as well. Hey, Cargo Pilot, wie geht's dir? Oh, Grüße nach Mallorca, das erzählt, genau. How's the weather on Mallorca? Avenger, are we still boarding? No. Well, we're loading luggage at the moment. Avenger, wie geht's dir? So, we're almost there. Yeah, so waiting for the load sheet to arrive. So look at weight and balance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin door is about to be closed. For flight safety, the cellular functions of electronic devices, including cell phones, must be turned off during the entire flight. Thank you.
Yeah. Right.
Now that's how pros do.
Attendants, arm and cross cabin doors.
Ah. Okay, that would have made more sense. So first read from SimBrief OFP and then load the aircraft. Good. Now we know. Yeah, APU starting up. Anyways, so we have 0 fuel weight, 61.1, and we need a final reserve fuel of 3.3, and the alternate is Lisboa, and the weather Lisboa. Bruno, how's the weather? 24. That's cold, Bruno. You have to wear a coat, don't you? 24 degrees, and a hat maybe. That's cold. Cab okay. What? Hang on, what? Oh, that was from this morning. I was just saying it can't be right. Hold on. Okay, so we have to get the current weather. Let's have a quick look here. Let's take real weather. Right, so here 39 degrees. Blimey. Right. No, weather's good. The weather's cav okay right now. Forecast is cav okay, and 122. Some mist again, and tomorrow. Yeah, fog. Look at that. Interesting. Lisboa. Lisboa. Right. Oh, 34 degrees. I take it back. It's 34 degrees. He can take his coat off. 34 degrees. All good. Papa Justify. Hello to you. Good afternoon to you too. And oh, Cargo Pilot, it's your birthday. Hold on. Happy birthday. And you, oh nice, Alcudia. Oh, I love Alcudia. Old Town, lovely. Yeah, I hope you get some nice celebration tonight. Beautiful. Wonderful, and I mean, what perfect area to celebrate your birthday. Brilliant. I feel very happy for you. So we're gonna go with the costs next. It was 5. So cruise level 350. So I'm just entering the latest data here. 350, and the wind data now. Can we get wind data? Let's have a quick look here. Route data. Wind request. Hey Fabian, wie geht's? Yeah, we'll change that, Ghost. We'll change that. Right, there we go. Let's go. In what? Invalid cruise wind uplink. Are you kidding me? Why? Hang on. Is there a setting somewhere again? My plane. General. Systems. Oh, that should be realistic. Parking brake, yeah, simplicity is fine. Beacons, lower Lucas. Oh well, in this way, I'm just going to enter an average wind. I mean, it's -5, so it's not really that windy. So I'm just going to take an average wind here. So it's about, I don't know, 100 at 20 or something. So let's do 100 at 20, and then we'll do that. We can enter some temperature as well, -48 at 350. So top of climb, -35. There you go. No, hang on, that wasn't 35. 48, what am I talking about? -48. Yeah, but still 6 degrees warmer than ESA. So, and Rabonius Gnaben, wie geht's? And apologies, I just found out today that some Discord glitch caused a lot of people, like half the people, to lose their committed members status for Discord, and so they couldn't see any of the channels. But I have fixed that today, so hopefully all that is now fixed. Right. Performance. So we'll go from Lima, Fox, Mike, Lima. Runway 31 right. Runway is dry. Yeah, we'll do flaps 5. Air conditioning on. It's hot. Anti-ice, of course, off. We'll take 10% derate. We'll take 50. Is that max 50? Oh, maximum 50. Okay. Takeoff weight 68.7. 687. And the CG, let's have a quick look here. CG, advanced, CG, basic, CG. Right, I guess I have to press on the takeoff page there. 22.4, flaps 5, I'm already into that here. So 22.4, 20, let's make it 22 in this case. Load real world weather, that looks good, 1009, calculate. So this gives us flaps 5, trim 5.93, 143, 143, 148. DTO 1 at 49 selected. Right, let's send. So that's assumed temperature method. Okay, so I'll enter those values now quickly. So N1 limit is TO1 with 49. Performance in it. Okay, we'll check that in a minute. Thank you much. I'll check that in a second. Then it's 43, 43, 48, the same as it is on the... So this is the thing, right? So if we have the QRH speed selected off, then there's no little comparison values there. So it's a good idea to have that on, so that we have reference values. So that way, if we do something silly with the EFB calculations, so let's say we get some really weird wonky data in here. You know, let's say we instead of 60, we do 58.7 or something, right? So we have 10 tons wrong. Calculate. That's interesting. Huh? How can that be exactly the same? That's a bit strange. Not gonna lie. All right. Yeah, I was just about to demonstrate, you know, that way, if you had, you know, some really wrong values in the EFB, and you then enter those wrong values, yeah, you had a nice demo. Whoops. Then you would have large differences between what the FMS calculates, you know, internally with these values from the internal database tables, to what you've just calculated with the EFB. So that way you would have to investigate. Yeah, so indeed, we do find the CG here as well on the performance init page 1. Good. So on the takeoff page, number 2, I do want to put in the noise abatement procedure, which is NADB2. So acceleration height is 1000 AGL. We have thrust reduction also 1000 AGL. Engine out can stay at 50. No, actually it's 2100. So that's pretty much 2000 feet above. So non-standard there as well. Good. Dry runway is fine. I'll leave that. The SmartX, hello. In real life, there is a similar basic app to calculate ticket performance or some advanced. Well, they'll be a bit more advanced. But I mean, that's already nice. It's nice that you get some options there to calculate your data. But it's just a bit weird that, yeah, that didn't make any difference regarding selected temperature, speeds, and so on. Yeah. Good. Right, then quick briefing stuff here. So let's go SID. Taxi out first of all. We are on the, let's quickly have a look here on the parking spots, parking stands. Come on. There we go. But that's the wrong one. Where's the other one? Continued. Here we are. So we are parked. I think it was something like 47 Charlie. So 47 Charlie. 47 Charlie. Oh, that's GA. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Sorry, disregard. Here we are. So 47 Charlie. Very likely it's going to be via Golf 3. And then Golf 3. And then Charlie. Holding point will be, yeah, Delta 8 to Delta 9. We'll take full length. I don't think we can actually calculate intersection yet. No. So you can't change those values there. So we'll take full length. And then for the departure, we already checked the SID chart earlier. We'll go SID, and that was the Fox Juliet Romeo 6 November departure. Yeah, we already checked that, briefed that. Only thing it didn't say yet was the sectors 3600. And then the engine out procedure. is straight out 312 degree track, 25 miles, and then we'll get, there's no control here, we'll get simulated radar vectors and shoot the ILS Zulu 31 right. So I can have a look here at the chart. We can already save that chart. Let's have a quick look. ILS 31 right Zulu, there it is. Yeah. Just got simulated radar vectors, pull mech, and then we fly the approach back to Marseille. Any questions? Threats? Anything you see? APU's now on. That's looking good. Let's go put that back to normal. What's the temperature doing in the cabin? Ooh, it's chilly now. Proper cold, like from plus 36 to 18 degrees. Ay, 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 ay. So that was 1009. Altimeter. Thank you so much to Gillen. Thank you so much for the 31 months, Glenn. I hope you're doing well. Glowing and smoking breaks in Glasgow from Amsterdam. Nice. MD11. GG's. GG's. Cool. There we go. All right. Then we're going to read the first checklist here. We're going to read the pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested 100%. Navigation transfer switches are normal auto. Window heat is on. We have pressurization mode selector is an auto position. Flight instruments heading is 087. Just up there. And altimeter was 1004. 1009 at 40 feet. Checked. Parking brake is set. Engine start level is cut off. That's a pre-flight checklist completed. No control still, so we'll just do the before start items here. We're going to get the fuel pumps all on. Go get rid of the ground pan a second. Clear for hydraulic. Switch the packs off for engine start. We're going to go anti-collision light on. Transponder 2000. Transponder on. Yeah, mode Charlie is now transmitting. And then we will do one recall check quickly. And then we'll read the before start to the line. Fuel, we have 7.7 tons, pumps are on. Passenger signs are on. Just need to set 148 here. That's the last thing that was missing. 148, flight directors on. Actually, disregard. Enough. Armed, then the MCP, we have V2148. Heading is 312, altitude 4000. V1 is 143, VR143, V2148. We have TO149. See the pre-flight completed. Rudder, aileron trim free and 0. And taxi takeoff briefing completed. That is closed. Let's get rid of the ground power quickly. Plane. Actually, we can do that GSX, can't we? Additional service. Dismiss GPU. There's no need for a pushback. We are just going to taxi out here, which is quite neat. Before start, below the line, flight deck door closed and locked. Yeah. And then we have the doors all closed and the anti-collision light is on. And that's the before start. Below the line completed. Let's have a quick look around the aircraft. Next question is, how do we dismiss the loaders? Restart collateral. Good, cleared for engine start. Oh, let's listen to the beautiful engine start sounds, as always. Good pressure. Let's start left engine. So we're gonna motor the engine until it says until the motoring disappears. Do you think it looks weird here in the flat deck? Yeah, I mean, I am really amazed that this aircraft really, you know, especially over panel, pretty much looks like the first, or at least the classic. It's pretty warm outside, it seems like. Look at the motoring time. There, it's a lot longer than normal, isn't it? Yeah, now it's gone. The almighty snark, yeah, exactly that. Same thing. I mean, we are talking about LEAP engines, right? So, yeah, they do need to have some cooling to get rid of the bowed motor, bowed rotor. Sounds great. Love that. So let's start engine, or the right engine. It sucked all the cones in. That's one way to get rid of them, yeah. Quite interesting how it waits for the motoring. Now it says motoring. Oh, missed it. Nervous finger there. There we go. Now we go on. Yeah, probably common type rating. Yeah, that's the only logical explanation regarding, you know, why they didn't do auto start. Okay, just waiting for the idle values to get stabilized. Start valve is closed. That looks good to me. So let's do the normal after start flows. Put the APU lead on, off. Packs normal. Now we do another recall check. Very nice. And we'll put the flaps to 5. The system page. I'm going to get rid of my keyboard. So we're going to do a flight control check. So we have full down, full up, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, and the rudder, full left, full right, neutral, flaps are 5, fantastic. And then we will read the before taxi checklist. Before taxi, gender is on, probe heats on, anti-ice off, isolation valve is auto. Then we have engine start switch is continuous, recall is checked, auto brake is RTO down here. Start levels idle 10, flight controls check, ground equipment is clear, and that's the before taxi checklist completed. Marseille traffic. Hang on. Oh. I was just, why am I hearing echoes? Marseille traffic, Ryanair to November, Quebec, taxiing runway 31 right in Marseille. Let's go. Oh, do we have 2 Delta Quebec? Still no control. Oh, yeah, hang on. Why is my tiller not working? Second. Steering tiller. Come on. Oh, I have to set that in my.
Marseille traffic, Organ 56 Echo Papa.
Oh, it's Organ Aviator.
Holding point Delta 6, runway 31 right, Marseille.
Right. I'm already almost there. Let me just give me a second. Now I need to find the setting for I just found it. There we go. Ha! I'm so good. Alright. Pro pilot. Off we go.
Hello, black box.
Moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for takeoff.
Hello too. Where was it? Where was it? Hang on a minute.
All electronic devices switched off.
Lee, wie geht's dir? Schön dich zu sehen. Hope you're doing well.
We will now do cabin lines for departure. If you need a reading line, press the button above you with the finger on the line.
Here's golf.
Seats for takeoff.
Ding dong.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Thank you. Wow, that's a nice feature. Didn't see that before. Now we're away from the terminal. We can have a quick look here. That's good. Let's try weather radar. Even though there's no clouds really, but good habit to put that on. I'm going to put terrain on here. 27 knots ground speed. Engine display goes off. Flaps are 5 green light. Cabin is ready. That means we can have a quick look at the before takeoff checklist. Flaps 5 green light. The trim 5.8 is set, and that's the before takeoff checklist complete. Yeah, I'm doing well, Lee. Thanks for asking.
Please double check that your seatbelt is fully fastened. Keep all electronic devices switched off.
Good. Quick recap. We are flying on the Foxtrot Romeo 6 November departure. According to the waypoints, climbing 4,000 initially. And in case of engine failure, just proceeding straight out 312 degree track, 25 miles if we have to. accelerate in 2,100 feet, clean up, climb 4,000, then return to Marseille. Marseille traffic, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec lining up, departing 31 right in Marseille. Packs remain on. Gonna put the strobe lights on. Cabin crew, prepare for departure.
Marseille traffic, Organ 56 Echo Papa, holding short runway 31 right at Delta
Hey,
6
Palaka.
Marseille.
Yeah, text light, I've put them off now. Yeah. Yeah, so the aspirated means once the APU bleed air is available, it is used, the bleed air from the apart from the bleed air system is used to create an airflow through the temperature probe, and that way the air is not static in the probe, but actually being pulled through, and that gives you a much more accurate reading. Approach sector is clear. And let's just line it up, get everything ready. Timer will be started automatically. I am ready, guys. Are you ready? Your cam is on. Here we go. Take off. Auto thrust coming on. And one, take off. Thrust set. 80 knots. Rotate. Pause rate. Gear up. It's a bit laggy on rotation, but otherwise.
Marseille traffic, Organ 56 Echo Papa, lining up now runway 31 right at Delta 6.
Enough speed. Enough. Climb power set. Here comes flaps one. Now we have a 210 knots speed limit here, so we're gonna remain on flaps 1 just for now. Here comes the first turn. I would assume they have to do a VNAV departure. I would be surprised if they didn't do VNAV departures. Well, here comes 4,000. The autopilot on. VNAV out. FMC speed. Let's enjoy the outside here. Beautiful. Nice. Yeah, because it's a tight turn, you see, that's why it's limited to 210 knots. Does make sense. Bruno would probably know that, Avimar. Good. There's no traffic, although TCAS. TCAS. So let's make sure there's nobody above.
Marseille traffic, Organ 56 Echo Papa, taking off now runway 31
Above
right.
is selected. Right, don't see any traffic within the next 20 miles. So I'm going to climb. 350. It's nice to click and hold to be able to quickly get the altitude. And then what we'll do, we're just going to press Alt Intervention, N1, And then we have N1 VNAV speed. And now we could go flaps up. Put the runway turnoff lights off. Put these off already. Start switch off as well, not needed anymore. And once the flaps are up, we'll read the after takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds are on. And we'll check the cabin is climbing. We have PAX auto. Landing gear is up. And the flaps are up. No lights. And that's the after takeoff check is complete. Standard. Standard cross-checked, passing 5-7 now, checked. Oh yeah. Interesting. Honestly, I've never had a situation where we would deselect VNAV until a certain altitude. So normally 400 feet AGL, LNAV comes on, and thrust reduction, I think it is, at some point will come VNAV. So strange. Even the landscape. I thought nothing else. It was Condor SOPs. Right, now I just want to check something here. iFly can be quirky sometimes, yeah, but it has improved at least. I mean, one of the big issues I had was that it wasn't following the lateral path very well, but it seems to be fixed now, so no complaints from my side. Now, while we're flying, how come I can't use that? Enable autoplay. Ah, there we go. But first of all, let me go fetch my miscellaneous. Where's my headset simulation? I love how, I mean, it's supposed to have made things easier, but I do still search for stuff. Anyone know by chance? Oh, is it new now? Hang on. Oh, yeah, you could be right. Hold on. Ah, that was it. Yoda man. Yeah, it's you have to put this to alternate. Yeah, that's the headset or the headset simulation. It's nice and quiet now. Okay, so now what we can do is let me go cabin voices.
Ladies and gentlemen, our aircraft is now climbing. If you need any assistance, please press the call button located above you. We will provide cabin service as soon as possible. Thank you.
And that means I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the items. Seatbelts auto. And that looks good. So climb terminal is nice. Yeah, some nice announcements there. Excellent. Yeah, nice and quiet now, isn't it? Beautiful. Yeah, so we are proceeding along the coastline. Not sure if you saw the routing earlier. So yeah, so we're heading westbound past Montpellier. I've been here once as well, IRL. Yeah, then we go past yeah, Gaillac, Agen, and let's have a quick look. Yeah. And then yeah, towards Papillon. Should see the Pyrenees Mountains just to the north there, very nice. Domingo, so going to be well north of Madrid. Crossing the boundary to Portugal at Adoro, and then we fly to Porto. Now, they do have an ATC center check today. So to spice things up a bit, yeah, we're going to have a failure, of course. So, and I've prepared a checklist as well that we can have a look at, and then we'll try to see how we get along with that. What you mean, no? You guys love failures. Come on. Oh, that can go off as well. Now I'm going to go switch systems off, and then I'm going to I am going to go and switch over the page here. So I'll have the beautiful wide map display. Love that. No. What I will do, no, I didn't coordinate prior. What I will do is I'll check and make sure that they're not too busy. Although, I mean, I'm not sure. Bruno's probably on his way home right now from work. So we'll call Bruno from time to time and ask him if he's if he can contact his buddies there and let them know. Right now, they're not even online yet. What time are they coming online? VATSIM event. Hold on. VATSIM events. Uh, 90. Oh, half an hour. A quarter an hour. Yeah. Yeah, we'll blame Bruno. Yeah. Yeah, Avima, I know, but they're not super busy right now. Okay, so we'll be all right. But in theory, if we do something like that, so in theory, who do we have to contact? Oh, he's right. Yep, good catch, Yoda. Good catch, 35,000. Let's see. Yeah, but they are doing tower. Oh, hang on, that's Friday. Hold on. Oh, are they doing? Oh no, did I get that wrong? I looked at today. Hang on. Today? Yeah, LPP SEM Center. Yeah, Center 1. Check. We need lots of VFR and IFR traffic around Portugal airports, yeah. Okay, then I'll have a look. If I mean, there will be 2 frequencies being displayed then on the controllers in range. I'll give him a shout. I will give them a shout. We'll check first of all how busy they are, and then we'll have a look and contact the examiner. Nice. Right, so regarding some of the systems. Today, one of the things that I guess on the 737 is not so noticeable is the hydraulic system. So for hydraulic control panel, it's a very small panel. So you have the hydraulic pumps. So we have an engine-driven pump, so mechanically driven pump. We have also a ELEC pump, an electric backup pump there, whilst it's running alongside right now. And then we have the same on the right-hand side for the Bravo system. Now there is a standby system, but the standby system is a little bit hidden here. All right, so and that is pretty much automatic. All right, although you can at least switch on the standby hydraulic for the rudder section at least. All right. But otherwise it'll be automatically running along. And interestingly enough, here on the 737 MAX, it seems like there is also a power transfer unit control valve. Interesting. Yeah, and then onto the reservoirs. So if we go to systems here, we can see that we have hydraulic percentage quantities. So we get the pressure, at least, a readout, A and B system, and the quantity of the hydraulic fluids. The reservoirs, they are in the wheel wells, and they are pressurized by bleed air. So that prevents them from foaming at higher altitudes. Yeah. So system A is typically responsible for left thrust reverse. It has a couple of ground spoilers, a couple of flight spoilers. It's responsible for alternate brakes. It's also thank you, 1,000 feet to go. It's also doing nose wheel steering And yeah, partly depending on the gear transfer valve position regarding landing gear. The B system does trailing edge flaps. It does leading edge flaps. So the B system is actually the one that's more important. Now, the interesting here, the thrust reversers can also be powered by the standby system. Right, so trailing edge flaps, leading edge flaps and slats are being powered by the system B. Some flight spoilers, normal brakes is being done by system B, and the landing gear. Now, interesting is, let me just check something here. Okay. Yeah. Hey Bruno, Bruno, do you know the gentleman who has his C1 test today? So Center 1 test. Because I'm planning to do an abnormal. Of course, I'll check beforehand if the airspace is busy or not. But I guess I'll contact the supervisor if the frequency is on here, then to see if they're okay with that. Yeah, Bruno, that would be kind. If you could ask them if it's okay. Yeah, that would be cool. So it is going to be it's going to be an interesting abnormal as yeah, just checking all the items here. Also, let me just check something. Okay. Right. Didn't we say? Hang on. What about the landing gear? Let me just a quick look here. Oh no. So the landing gear, it's toggled, right? So the landing gear can either would normally be powered by system B. But from the description I can see it can also be powered by system A. So, hey Bruno, thank you so much. That's really fast. I appreciate that. Round of applause for that. Thank you for asking, Bruno. You see, all you need is vitamin B, then you're all good. So now we know what failure is. It's going to be a hydraulic issue today, guys. And I find it interesting because, you know, normally when we have an Airbus or even the newer Boeing aircraft, you know, 747, 787, 777, we get these synoptics, right? So remember for example, the 777 synoptic? It even tells you the systems which are connected to each of these different hydraulic systems. All right, so you have a visualization of that. Here you don't. Yeah, that's mean. So here, like I said, you only have a very small panel here with some overheat lights, low pressure lights. You have the standby hydraulic system here, flight control switches. And then you have a very, very little control panel here for the alternate flaps, right? And the alternate flaps then, of course, has to be used. You can guess if system B fails, right? So that will be interesting. And I mean, I've been rated on the 737 a long time ago, so I'm curious to find out if you know, if something comes back from memory. about the failure here.
Cabinet control, good afternoon, Roger 3004, passing altitude 360 and direct to Boeing.
And then, of course, I'll be interested to see how the iFly handles the abnormal. So not just from the systems, but also regarding the flight handling. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the display that we have, so some of the infos we have, right? That's for the manual settings. But yeah, I mean, you know, some more engine instrument indications. Yeah, at least we get the brake temperatures, the tire pressures. We get here flight control indication, but that's about it. So this is actually quite a lot of information for the 737. Beautiful. Guys, I'm just going to be quickly offline. Well, AFK for a few seconds. I need to get another file from the other PC for the Huey flight later on, because we're going to talk a little bit about the vortex ring state. And I made a little kind of picture to kind of visualize that effect, what it is, and how to prevent getting into that. Let's get TCAS 2 below. And coming up to Argent. Beautiful. Hey, gute Andi, wie geht's? Let's see. Make sure I got the earphones on correctly. Right, while we still have some time actually in cruise flight here, what I'll do, I'll talk about the vortex ring state here. I mean, it's aerodynamics, so it's always an interesting topic anyways. And like I said, I was a bit frustrated about the fact that I kept crashing, and Yoda had a couple of good laughs on that. And I got frustrated because I just couldn't get to grips. I was like, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Why on earth am I still getting these you know, kind of stalls, if you like, so the aircraft just falls out of the sky, right? So I did some research, and finally I kind of understood what the real issue is. And so in principle, the vortex ring state is a hazardous flight condition that can occur when a helicopter or other rotorcraft descends into its own downwash. And the important word here is descends, right? Because there is a certain area regarding speed and vertical speed where this can happen. And the speed range and the vertical speed range is not actually that big. So if you know that area of your helicopter where, you know, the VRS can happen, then you have a good idea how to stay out of it, right? So literally it's like an aircraft that has a certain stall speed regarding, you know, max angle of attack. The same you have for a helicopter. And so normally a helicopter rotor pushes air down to generate lift, right? Makes sense. Now, during a vortex ring state, the helicopter is descending, and usually it's descending at a minimal forward or reverse speed. So a helicopter, of course, can go forwards, it can go backwards as well, right? Now, the rotor still produces a downforce, right? Or pushes the air down to create lift, if you like. Let's say it this way. Now, the downward air now curls around the rotor tips, forming large vortices, and that is if you get into that VRS state. So the rotor begins to recirculate this turbulent air instead of drawing fresh air and fresh undisturbed air. And then that causes a significant loss of lift, even though the engine is still producing power and the rotor is still turning, producing, you know, pushing air down. Now, how do you notice a VRS? Either your helicopter has a warning, acoustic warning, or even it can even have visual warnings as well, depending on the helicopter. But typically, what happens? You get vertical speed greater. I mean, I found it weird. They always talk about 300 feet per minute, which is not really that correct, because there's a lot of helicopters, especially kind of medium size, large size, that actually have, you know, no problem descending 700, 800, 900 feet, even 1,000 feet per minute at very little forward speed and not getting into VRS. It all depends on disk load, etc. So in general, though, if you want to make sure you stay out of these things, then, you know, try to keep the vertical speed, descent speed, at a maximum of 300 feet per minute, right? So the characteristics are low forward speeds, moderate to high power settings, and then once you get into that VRS, one of the big issues is that even if you increase the collective, and collective changes the angle of attack of your rotor blades, it does not stop the descent, and actually can make the condition worse by strengthening the vortices. Right. Now, pilot indications. A pilot may notice unexpected sink rates, airframe vibrations, and that's actually pretty much like in an aircraft with a stall. You get, you know, the airframe vibrations. You get physical indications that the helicopter is getting into the VRS. So then we have reduced control effectiveness as well. And then the helicopter continues descending despite increase of power. And the scary thing is that you have a VRS zone, and then lower you even have the max descent zone, where it literally means the helicopter is falling out of the sky. It's falling at 2, 3, 4, 5,000 feet per minute, right? Now you can see, so depending on the size of the helicopter, here's your indicated air, or the true airspeed. So, you know, forward speed and backward speed, let's say. Now, be aware this is in relation also with the wind, right? So let's say you're stable above the ground, but you have a 30 knot tailwind, right? Then this puts you at, would it be plus 30 here? Well, at least it will put you in this regime, right? So you don't have forward speed, you actually have, you know, a relative airflow, which would mean you're flying backwards, okay? So, but the important thing is to understand that it's a pretty much symmetrical area, you know, going, you know, forward and backwards, okay? And again, the larger the rotor disc loading, the larger this VRS zone becomes. But you can also see that if you, like in this example, if you stay like above, let's say 800 to 700 feet per minute descent rate, then you're not going to enter the VRS, right? But another thing you have to realize is that you can enter the VRS zone from anywhere, right? So you could be going very fast at a very high descent rate, no problem. And then you are lowering collective, pitching the nose up to keep the vertical speed. So it's still this kind of a fast descent towards the landing site. But then the airspeed, the relative airspeed slows down, and then you enter that VRS zone. So you can see, for example, if you're doing a very steep, fast descent towards the landing site, you do have to, before getting too slow, getting into that zone, you have to reduce your vertical speed to stay out of that VRS zone, right? So this is something that I finally was able to visualize in my head, and like I say, okay, that is understood now, because the critical area, let's say it's about, you know, let's say 40, depending on, I think on the hue it's in 40 knots where it starts, right? So you got to be careful. So each of these aircraft has a different VRS zone. But in principle, yeah, just reduce your vertical speed as you're slowing down towards the hover, okay? And then there's another kind of topic which I'm not covering here now, but you can imagine that as you're flying along, right? As you're flying along, you are producing rotors. You are producing wake turbulence, and quite drastic, very strong wake turbulence. So as you're going fairly fast, there's no problem, right? You're pushing air down and behind you, so that the wake turbulence is behind you. But then as you slow down, right? As you slow down and you get into more and more in that area where, you know, you potentially are getting closer to that vortex ring state, you are going to produce, or this wake turbulence starts hitting your own helicopter. And a lot of aircraft, especially in X-plane and in DCS, actually simulate that with a sound. It's like a slapping sound. And that's your first indication that, oh, you've got to be careful now, because you are starting to have your own wake turbulence hitting the rotor blades and the airframe. So you need to find a technique where you realize that, and of course, as you get slower and these vortices start hitting your own helicopter, you do have a tendency to get more drag as well. So, and also you have lift created through moving through the air, right? And you'll notice that, for example, when you take off, you need a lot of collective, right? So, you know, let's say 80-90% collective, depending on how heavy the helicopter is. You pitch down and you start to speed up. Now, once the aircraft gets out of that transition zone, let's say 40 knots, so until 40 knots you'll have a lot of vibration, but then suddenly things smoothen out, and that's because, you know, you are fast enough to have the wake turbulence behind you, which means less drag. And at that moment, with the more forward movement creating the lift as well, you have much better performance. So you'll find that the aircraft is actually starting to really climb quite nicely. But the same obviously is true when slowing down. So the moment, you're flying along very nicely, you don't need much power, even, if you're descending, even less power. And then you slow down, you pitch up, right? You lower the collective, and you're slowing down, and then suddenly you get that effect where you're slowing down, wake turbulence start taking to the aircraft, the drag increases, and now you've got to be quick. Now you really have to be kind of proactive in getting that collective in, i.e. changing that angle of attack of your rotor blades to start creating more lift before it's too late, before you start your quick descent and then hitting that VRS zone. And if you hit the VRS zone, it is just brutal. It really is brutal. Things happen really quickly, and I've crashed so many times. Yeah, that really is scary. I mean, I thought, imagine doing that in IRL. I mean, sure, in training, the first thing you learn about, and the first things, techniques you learn about, is not to get into VRS. And then when you get into VRS, there's a technique to get out of VRS. But there was a change in the recovery procedure where what you should do is obviously increase collective, but increase it carefully. Don't slam the lever up completely quickly, because that way your rotor loading will get messed up, and you're going to start yawing like crazy, etc., and even banking like crazy. So carefully, yes, you have to increase collective to maximum available power, but carefully. Now simultaneously apply the pedal, so kind of rudder pedal, to maintain heading, and then opposite cyclic. So let's say you have to press left rudder, you should use right stick input, so right cyclic input, to get a 15 to 20 degree bank angle, and then that helps you to get the rotor blades out of one of the sides of the vortex, right? So the idea is to get one of the rotor outside of that vortex, and that way it'll help you again with the bank and the escape maneuver. So that way, when you go sideways out of it, lower the nose as well, you can escape that VRS zone again, right? And that's the idea. If you practice that, you can get very good. You will not lose much altitude. But I mean, I've done some testing in the Apache as well, and I can tell you, it's brutal. I mean, especially these helicopters that are heavy, they have a big loadout regarding weapons. They just fall like crazy. And then what I found, though, interestingly enough, in X-plane, the sideways escape, at least with the helicopters I tried, that works quite nicely. In DCS, I have more success in actually going forwards, so kind of pushing the cyclic down as well to lower the nose and that way escape. But yeah, that was an interesting kind of learning moment. Has it prevented me from crashing? No. I still manage to crash from time to time, but we'll see today. And today we're doing the first mission, or first 1 or 2 missions, depending on how long they are, from a campaign, and it's called Paradise Lost or something. Yeah, Paradise Lost. Has a nice intro that I saw today. And then I've not flown the first mission yet, so I don't know what's going to be in the first mission. But the thing is that the Huey actually has BB Lost. Yeah, exactly, BB Lost. So it has actually also the option to have a weapons loadout, and you can have a co-pilot, you can have even gunners on the back. And so, like I said, I don't know what's happening today, what missions we have to get through today, but we shall see. I'm looking forward to it. And again, I have to say, I really enjoy the helicopters. It's weird. It's got me hooked. It's fascinating. So many more options. I mean, I love the Apache anyways in DCS, but that thing is an electronic monster, right? So So and the Huey doesn't have any, at least the first versions, right? So Vietnam War, etc. They didn't have any stabilization stuff. They only had a trim option, for the stick trim, but otherwise there's no augmentation, right? It's just pure helicopter flying, and that makes it interesting. Aviamar, I know, I'm sorry that it leads you to buy more hardware. I know it's but the thing is, the hardware is one thing. Yeah, and only 2 blades, Fishbone. You are correct. Only 2 blades, and that's how it makes this very characteristic slapping sound, right? Yeah, but you need good mounts. That's the thing, especially with the collective. Yeah, so Captain Chaos. You know what the thing is, Captain, at least for me, is I saw some videos from some pros, or at least DCS pros, where they're like doing all these crazy things to slow down and land within 15 seconds, right? Usually my landings take about 5 minutes. So let's say I'm at 2,000 feet. Until I'm on the ground, it takes about 15 minutes. I just have to take it slow. But that's the thing. That's the key. It's understanding. And I think, again, if you understand the area to keep out of, then and the fact that as you slow down, you get towards a 40-30 knots range, and you start feeling the vibrations. You have to be quick with the collective. You've got to be proactive, getting collective in, to keep you from descending too quickly and then getting into the VOS zone. Right. So again, as you get close to the edges here regarding forward speed or backward speed, make sure you don't have more than 500 feet per minute rate of descent, let's say, and then you're good, right? And then just get into stable hover or slow speed, and then just play around a bit with the collective, to ease down with the descent, and yeah, trying to get everything stable, and that for me at least works most of the time. I have to say, Andy, I know there's a couple of a Cosmo TV, for example. He was a real world Apache helicopter pilot. He has made some brilliant videos as well. I've learned so much from his videos. Really, really good. And Fishbone, you think as well that the VRS is overdone in the Huey? Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit of a consolation for me. And you think the flat model in the Kiowa is better? I haven't got the Kiowa. Now, Fishbone, now you seem to be knowledgeable. What I've noticed, because I bought the Chinook. So Chinook has 2 rotors, okay? And what I found there doesn't even have VRS, because slowing down there and accelerating again, getting into hover is so easy there, much easier. Or maybe it's a stabilized aircraft, I don't know, but a lot better. Oh, okay, Fishbone. Okay, thanks. So Cosmo says that. So I mean, Cosmo is the expert here. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's good to know. Brilliant. Could be. Yeah. Maybe it has to do with the fact that it has no tail rotor. Yeah. Right, so look, where are we? We are currently here. Pamplona. Right below us, Pamplona. Hey Ted. How are you doing? Greetings to you. Another thing is, I know there's a lot of people that haven't never tried DCS and are probably not interested because it's more a military simulator. Although again, there's so many aircraft available that you don't have to fly combat missions, etc. But you can still enjoy the aerodynamics and the flight model. 132980. Oh, 132980. I just need to get the sound mixer ready.
Arcana 33225, motores apagados, altos puestos.
Canadá 33, autorizado que mi frecuencia, cerrado plan de vuelo 1754, hasta luego.
Hasta luego. Pronto. Moretta, buonas, bon dia. The Ryanair 2 November Quebec flight level 350.
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, Madrid, buenas tardes. Please squawk 1464.
Squawk 1464 for Ryanair. Now I have to check phone call sign. Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, you are correct, thank you. There's always some drama about DCS, yeah, there is. Now, the thing is, though, one thing I'm excited about is the F14 update. Especially, I mean, now with the Chester update, so the Rio update, it's so much better now. So especially these high intense, fighting situations. So that's something I'm eager to find out and try out. And the F-14 is just such an iconic aircraft. Pushback approved. Hello.
Yep, we are almost ready for descent. Wondering if maybe we should do that with Lisbon first.
Have I? I don't know if I've submitted that, but let's just see if I have that on my Discord.
Madrid Control Protocol 1019. Can we climb to cruise flight level?
Portugal 1019, sure. Climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330 for Portugal 1019.
November 870 Alpha, please contact.
No, I don't have it published yet there.
12555.
I mean, I can try to get that on my Discord. But there's also the option here, right? I've never done that here. Community, right?
Order 461. Fever 461, standby. Fever 461, QNH 1016, taxi holding point Lima.
So there's a way that I can publish that, right?
Right.
How do I?
Echo Alpha 5.
How do I select that?
Gate 12, November, and Mike 21.
How can I make these public? Private. Has anybody tried that? Because I don't mind. I can make these available.
Echo runway 14 right via Echo Alpha, Gate 12, November, Mike.
Yeah, but do you know how to do that?
Taxi via runway 14 right, Lima Echo, Echo Alpha, Gate 12, November, Mike 21, speed order 461.
Oh, hang on.
Airplane 7 kilo ready for departure.
Airplane 7 kilo, runway 35, clear for takeoff. Wind 350 degrees, 10 knots.
35, clear for takeoff. Airplane 7 kilo. Eurowings 5593, request taxi.
Eurowings 5593, QNH 1017, taxi holding point Charlie 2 via Alpha 2 and Tango.
Charlie 2 via Alpha 2 and Tango for Eurowings 5593, QNH 1017.
Okay. Okay, so I would have to check how to do that.
Iberia 06 Kilo Yankee, suba a nivel 360.
Subimos para final 360, Iberia 06 Kilo Yankee.
So interesting. I put this to. I can put this to human. Hang on. Instruments. Instruments. Mounted. Assign. Man, there's so many things. I need to. Because that way it's not doing the turbulence shake, the G-loaded camera, does it? Let me just have a look. So pilot, more transition, passenger, miscellaneous, has head tracking, will transition in and out. What's that supposed to mean?
Airline 7 Kilo, radar identified. Continue climbing, flight level 200.
Continue climb, flight level 200, Airline 7 Kilo.
You think it's in the Community tab? Okay. Ah ja, no, Cargo Pilot. Ja, dann nochmal liebe Grüße an dich. Feier schön. Yeah, do celebrate your birthday.
Thank you, bye-bye, Airline 5.
Yeah, do put some pictures on Discord. I appreciate that.
066 Golf, via Lure.
Now, let me have a quick look here. Horizon View Cinematics, Smart View. So how can I get my...
Vía Lule, descenso 7000 y autorizado ILS Zulu de la 18 derecha. Llamaremos establecidos. Iberia 066 Golf.
Camera actions. Location control pro.
Silver 561, turn left on Bravo 1. Correction, Mike Bravo 1, and continue holding point Lima Echo.
It's always nice that it has all these different possibilities, but then if trying to find all these different menus. Yeah, again, I would have to read up on how to publish these. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Airline 7 Kilo, climb flight level 380, direct Lotte.
Direct Lotte and climb 380, Airline 7 Kilo.
My mouse pointer has disappeared. Where's my mouse pointer? Oh, it's there. But it's frozen.
Organ 56 Echo Papa, clear for the Inkit 6 Charlie arrival. Expect approach runway 35.
No, please don't. Right click, yeah, but it's frozen there.
For the Inkit 6 Charlie arrival. Runway 35.
It's weird, right? I mean, the stream is still running. I can see the OBS is still working.
39 X-ray Alpha, runway 14 left, clear for takeoff. Wind 250 degrees.
Hang on. It just moved. The mouse moved. Hang on.
Clear for takeoff, runway 14 left, Alpine 39 at X-ray Alpha.
It's moving? I don't see the mouse pointer anywhere also.
RJ 3004.
No, it's just disappearing. It's not moving. It's just disappearing.
Goodbye.
Contact is Boeing Control 125.550. Good day, 3004.
Madrid, muy buenas, del Boeing 3 Yankee Papa, nivel de vuelo 370, en curso Víctor Tango Bravo.
Vuelo Inter Yankee Papa Madrid, buenas tardes, responda 5312.
5312. Vuelo 3 Yankee Papa.
Yeah, I wish I could, because I can't see the mouse pointer
Fever 461, runway 14
anywhere
right,
on my
clear for
different...
takeoff. Wind 250 degrees, short down.
Cover takeoff runway 14 right, speed on the 461.
Yeah, so even there, I can't see the mouse pointer.
Iberia 066 Golf, Madrid.
Sí, Iberia 066 Golf.
Iberia 066 Golf, ha cambiado el meta de Madrid.
It's, oh yeah, the aircraft's moving. I can see the terrain screen there.
Y llegada por la 32
Oh. Hang on.
Pues vale, como usted me diga, pero vamos,
Give me
que
a
ya tenía
second.
un poquito de prisa. Vale, que
Pues-
tengo que coger y hacer la 32 izquierda, me ha dicho, ¿no?
Negativo, continúe la aproximación, va a tener un viento cruzado desde la derecha hasta...
Yeah, I'm trying, Lee. That's the problem. I've got two monitors, and I'm moving the mouse as far as I can.
Iberia 006 Golf.
Vuelo Inter Yankee Papa está identificado, continúe directo, Chris.
But I can't see the mouse pointer
Vuelo
anywhere.
3 Yankee Papa, gracias.
Maduro Low, Portugal 86 Victor Romeo, passing flight level 326, climbing flight level 360, director ready.
Portugal 86 Victor Romeo Madrid, buenas tardes, identified, continue climbing 360.
Continue climb to flight
Let me
level
try something.
86 Victor Romeo.
South Sky 78 Mike, monitor advisory, goodbye.
Right.
Locked. South Sky 78 Mike, I contact monitor advisory frequency, goodbye.
South Sky 78 Mike, switching advisory, bye bye.
Vuelo 56 Tango, descenso nivel 100.
Bueno, nivel de vuelo 100, buen sistema.
Haha. So I actually I now have the cable connection. It worked. So with the cable connection has come back. Yeah. Did ATC call us? That was a weird bug. Whew. We're back. Well, I just thought I had the fear that the aircraft, the sim crashed. Pushback roof? No, all good. No. Well, it shouldn't really matter regarding, going into the menus here. Nice. All right, where were we? Good. How far away are we from the boundary regarding?
Hello, Radar Orange 157.
Here we are.
Flight 400.
Here's our plane. So Adoro. Let's have a quick look.
5304.
Progress. Pseudo-Mike Romeo is at 1890. And we have that at 8024. So we still have about 18 minutes to the boundary. Good. Now I'm just trying to think. We did get approval for the hydraulic failure. The only thing I am worried about. Oh wait, no, I'm just reading. Okay, so the good thing is with that failure, one of the autopilots is still available. Because if I have to go manual flight and do all the checklists, then it's a lot of workload. What I've also done, which is quite neat, I actually have the checklist here. So spoiler alert, loss of system B, right? I already have it in here, which is great.
Orange 1579, radar identified.
Even though it's not completely in order, but it doesn't matter. We'll find the checklists, yeah. And that way we can go through it here. Very nice.
Madrid Control, Buenos noches, December 864 Lima. We have information Delta on board. Requesting iFly to Santiago.
Ha, look at that.
Lufthansa A34 Lima, Madrid, buenas tardes. Information center is current. Clear to Santiago.
How cool is that?
Via Cafe 6 Alpha departure.
So we can actually calculate the performance with that failure. So we could do the full shenanigans with, you know, checklists and then foredeck. Trying to find a good solution there.
Flight level 80, squawk 6060, Lufthansa H6 for the
Lufthansa A34 Lima, readback is correct.
Estamos establecidos en el ILS de la 18 derecha, Iberia 066 Golf.
Iberia 066 Golf, pista 18 derecha, autorizado a aterrizar, viento 250, 12 nudos.
Con viento copiado, autorizado a aterrizar, Iberia 066 Golf.
That's the question. Since when are you retired from flying? I have been many times to Munich, yeah. I remember on when I was on the 737, you know, first officer and later as a captain, I was in Munich so many times because they had 737 stationed in Munich. So I've been there many times, yeah. And retired last year in October, end of October. Can't believe it's already July. Crikey. Yeah, I thought, you know, once I've retired, easy life, right? Oh, I'm so busy. Can't believe it. Unbelievable. Yeah, Mark warned me. He said, be aware. And I said, nah. If you retire, you've got lots of time. You can finally do things you always wanted to do. And I was like, looking at my time schedule. Crazy. Oh.
November 129 Yankee Alpha, clear to Faroas 5 via
But I mean, it's better this way around than the other way around. So, you know, I think it would be worse if you just didn't know what to do, right? If you got bored all the time.
Right, that is cleared via the number 1 Romeo departure, squawking 1465.
Yeah, my wife has more the tone like, you know, must do. So the things I already had to do
number 1 Romeo departure
around the house,
70 initially and squawking,
and I have no excuses. That's a problem.
November 129 Yankee Alpha,
but I mean, it has some nice aspects. So we've actually been able to meet up with some, you know, some of our good old friends, which was really difficult when I was still working. So that's something which is great, you know. And so yeah, and so tomorrow we're going to get visitors from where we used to live near Frankfurt. They're going to stay with us until Sunday. So you know, it's just brilliant. You just say, hey, you got time then and then, and they're also retired. So you know, yeah, we just come up and. Yeah, we've got to see how we can meet up in the UK. Now, let me get the weather.
Iberia 06 Kilo Yankee, pase a monitorizar frecuencia
advisory 2880. Where was that? That was under... Where was that?
Fever 461, climb flight level 340, direct Delok. Alpine 39 Spray Alpha, flight level 380, direct top 2.
Direct top 2, flight level 380, Alpine 39 Spray
Oh, here we go, real weather.
Vuelo 56 Tango, establecido ese nivel de vuelo
So we'll go with Porto.
Seguir descendiendo para Asturias. Vuelo
56 Tango, notifica.
Although we are going to get ATIS. Let me get the ATIS. So we have Porto, ATIS, Charlie, RP approaching use, runway 35. Transition level 50. Did he overtake me? We're in 32010. And we have...
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, clear for the Inkit 6 Charlie, expect approach runway 35.
We're expecting the approach runway 35, and we are cleared via the Inkit 6 Charlie arrival. Ryanair to Quebec Delta. Delta Quebec. Oh. That's a call sign. It's just Ryanair. I'm like, oh, Ryanair. My mind just goes, something's wrong. No, it's all good. Right. Yeah, weather's nice in Porto. Yeah, 320 at 10.
But here's a 7180, stop private 350.
Good. So we have the arrival inserted. We already checked the arrival routing with the altitudes. No need to do that again. Let me just delete that out. And let me enter the MSA. So if we go to here, so it's around the airport, isn't it? Yeah. So we're going to take Lima.
Air France 718 Madrid, buenas tardes.
Papa Romeo will take a 25. Let's do 270. Well, that's actually 090 radial, the opposite. We'll use 25. And then we have 15 as well. But we'll do the radial 230 at 15 miles.
Air France 718, the heavy Madrid identified, continue as 5.
And then we want 350 radial. And then we want something else.
Organ 56 Echo Papa, contact control,
160.
frequency 125.5.
Actually, so that's 340.
Contact Lisbon control 135.5.
Opposite is going to be 170 down here. And then it's going to be 05. Oh, hello.
And November 129, get Alpha ready for push and start.
November 129 Yankee Alpha, facing south, pushback start up, approve it.
There we go, now we have everything
facing
correctly.
South, pushback approach 129.
So if I go to plan mode, and we scoot forward to the airfield. So now we have the 15 miles, which is here, 3,000 feet. And then we have the 5,000 sector. We have the 5,800 sector there. And we have the 3,600 sector up here. So that helps us later with the orientation. Yeah, Lido can show the yeah, it could be. Yeah, yeah. Makes it a bit easier. I agree. Hey, Hilo, shalom. Yeah, I've flown to Porto many times. Yeah. And we had some lovely night stops there, even with the day off in Porto. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Cool. Right, fuel check. Zulu Mike Romeo. We're going to have...
Vueling 3 Yankee Papa, pase ya monitorizar frecuencia advisory 2280, buen vuelo.
So it's going to be at 1820. 1820 with 4.3 tons, it says. Yeah, 4.3. So a quick look here, OFP. So, we have 1 hour 16, so in 5 minutes. Does that make sense? Oh, we actually gained 2 minutes.
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, descent flight level 330.
Descent level 330, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec.
Vueling 56 Tango, descenso para 5
So we have speed, vertical speed 330. Yeah, we have to have 3.9. We're going to have 4.3, so we have a bit of extra still available. Nice. Love the clouds today. Look at that. Nice. High-level stratus clouds.
Manchester Control, hello. Eurowings 110 Alpha 360.
Eurowings 110 Alpha Madrid, buenas tardes. Radar identified.
So I can definitely say the iFly has matured. It has really improved. And I like the hand flying part of it. So it is runway 35. Yeah, we are. But be aware, in the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we will have a slight technical issue, okay? Just saying. .500 feet to go. Panic button armed. Yeah, so again, I'm going to be focused on yeah, the specifics like you know, landing performance. And then see what options we have. Right. So right now, let's calculate everything for normal landing, of course. So none at the moment, right? So we're going to land the flaps 30. Air conditioning is on, anti-eye is off. We can do auto brake 2. No credit, so all in up. That's non-landing weight. So we're going to have let's say 4 tons. So we're going to burn 300 kilograms. Let's do 65 tons. 65 tons landing weight.
1018, taxi via Sierra, back tax 03 approved.
5 knots additional.
QNH
Weather
1018 and back
loaded. Dry runway. And let's calculate that. So it says we have 3,480 meters available. Let's check that. I have 3,330. That's close enough. And we need, with flaps 30, auto brake 2, 2,200 meters. So ample buffer is available there. Let's go back to, actually let me dial in VNAV 330 so we can go have a correct VNAV path calculated. We're going back to VNAV. So we have FMC speed VNAV path, top drop in about 20 miles, just as we change over to Porto. We have to fly the RMP approach with LNAV function. We can't do approach modes. So
1228 orange 1579.
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, contact Lisbon Control 12555, goodbye.
125-555. Thank you so much. Until next time, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec.
Vueling 56 Tango.
Oh, it's 550. One less 5.
La pista activa es la 1.
Lisbon Control, bon dia from Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, flight level 330, approaching Adoro.
Bye-bye. Correct, Velocity 3004, contact Lisbon approach, 119.105, safe landing. Contact, please approach 119, this is 105. Have a good day. 3004, thank you for 80.
Porto 1019er, contact Lisboa approach 119.105, safe landing.
Contact Lisboa approach 119.105.
Exactly, we don't have the integrate approach mode.
Airmail 4542, continue descent at level 60.
Continue descending level 60.
Yeah, reset MCP on.
Or now via 56 Echo Papa, continue descent at level 110, information Charlie.
What out?
Continue descent flight level 110, information Charlie is on board, thanks to 566
Oh, really?
Ryanair Delta Quebec, Lunar identified, clear Kit 6 Charlie, arrival. Flight 2 Delta Quebec, Lisboa, boa tarde, identified, clear in Kit 6 Charlie, arrival.
Clear the in-kit 6 Charlie arrival, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, thank you.
Portugal 6 Golf Echo, Lisboa, boa tarde, Cock 11, forward.
Ghost, yeah, we are doing hydraulic failure in a minute. I've set a certain time or altitude to have the failure activated. We'll see how it goes.
Ryanair 7 Uniform Yankee, continue climb at level 320
so in the
direct
settings
Auger.
somewhere. Let's have a look.
Ryanair 275 Juliet, continue climb at level 320. Ryanair 275 Juliet, continue climb at level 320.
Control, just to confirm, Echo Ogero, right? Oscar, Golf, Echo,
Ryanair 7 Uniform Yankee, firm direct Ogero, Oscar, Golf, Echo, Romeo, Oscar. X 17 Foxtrot Sierra, contact Madrid 132.980, bye bye.
Correction 132.980, is because of wind.
Or now via 56 Echo Papa, proceed direct Papa Romeo 636.
Oh. You're right.
Proceed direct Papa
Yeah, we have to
Romeo
descend.
636.
So it should work.
56
Okay,
Papa.
then I'll take it back. Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, request descent. Bruno, thank you. I didn't realize it had that.
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, descent at level 250.
Descent level 250, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec. Thank you.
Airmail 4542, continue descent to 4,000 feet. QNH 1017,
Let's get
clear Darren approach,
our
runway 35.
intervention. Retard, VNAV speed.
1017, clear
Oh, we can increase the descent speed. Hold on.
Portugal 6 Golf Echo, identified,
So we'll
clear
have
path
that
to Alpha, arrival.
0.74 slash 275. Well, let's do 280.
Ryanair 275 Juliet, Lisboa.
Execute.
Ryanair 275 Juliet,
That helps.
Lisboa.
Yeah, and then it goes into the slow descent speed, doesn't it? Bruno, have you guys have any issues with wildfires at the moment in Portugal? Because I remember that when I flew here in summertime over Spain or sometimes even in Portugal,
Organ 56 Echo
there were
Papa,
lots of
continue descent at
wildfires.
level 60.
Every year the same, okay.
Level 60 and 56 Echo Papa.
Crazy. Right, enough path. Good, so we're on the path. You can see that here. And here as well. Path deviation. Good. Anything else regarding... So this case, actually, what we're going to do is we are going to fly that approach RP35. Oh no.
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, continue descent at level 110, information Charlie.
Descent level 110, and we have information Charlie, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec. 110. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. How do I relog on? Error.
Ryanair 275 Juliet requesting flight level 260 for the final.
Ryanair 275 Juliet, Roger, flight at level 260.
Climb level 260,
Then we'll do it
Ryanair
differently.
275 Juliet, thanks.
We'll use this one. So, we are going to fly the approach as it's programmed. However, what we're going to do on our way to Papa Romeo 542, we are going to hit the approach button. And that then should arm the IAN. So it should give us FAC and glide path. And then it should indicate pretty much like an ILS. So we'll see how it goes. No, the error hasn't been triggered yet. Oh, and does... a stupid question, Bruno, but I think I know the answer already, but Ryanair doesn't have HUDs, do they? I doubt it. Too expensive, right? Ghost. Wow, that's heavy thunderstorms, Ghost. Wow. And that is in... Where is that? Mumbai. GG's. Yeah, okay, so no HUD, then I'm safe, right? That's good. Mumbai. Is it rainy season? I mean, it's like always a rainy season there, isn't it? But I know they do have some rainy seasons from time to time. Beautiful. Look at the views. Oh yeah, and one observation regarding the VRS we talked about, so the vortex ring state with helicopters. So it is actually there in Microsoft on some of the helicopters. So we do have that. Oh, master caution, hydraulics. Let's see. Hey. Surprise, surprise. Oh! Oh!
Continue to send 4,000
no, flight controls as well. Let's see.
Cleared RMC approach runway 35,
quantity 0%. Ay. So that's definitely quantity B. Right, confirmed. So let's have a look at loss of system B. So the indications: flight control B low pressure. Yeah, and we have engine 1 and engine 2 low pressure as well. So that's definitely matching. So cold condition, hydraulic system B pressure is low. Good. Now, good thing autopilot A is in command. Autopilot B shouldn't be working. Let's check that. Hold on. Let's check that.
Yeah, Lisboa Control, November 8, Italian.
Okay. Just saying, B shouldn't really work.
Yep, this is the
but A is working.
That I'm supposed to get.
So system B, flight control switch confirm standby rudder. So what we're doing now is switching the system B, if I can find the click spot there. Now the standby rudder, so the standby pump is running, is starting to run. It takes a few seconds. Oh no, that's on. Usually the low pressure light will come on for a few seconds and then extinguish again. So the standby rudder is on. So at least the rudder still has A and B hydraulic power. I'm not going to let ATC know just yet. And then B hydraulic pump switches, both of them off. confirmed. B off. Right, then we have inoperative items. Autopilot B is inop. Okay, autopilot A is available. Checked. So, flight spoilers, 2 on each wings are inop. Roll rate and speed brake effectiveness may be reduced in flight. Yaw damper inop, okay. Trailing edge flaps, normal hydraulic system inop. As we said, trailing edge flaps can be operated with the alternate electrical system. Alternate flap extension time to flaps 15 is approximately 2 minutes. So that's something we have to tell ATC. Leading edge flaps and slats, normal hydraulic system inop. The leading edge flaps and slats can be extended with the standby pressure. Once extended, they cannot be retracted. Remember that. Auto brake inop, use manual braking. Normal brakes inop. Alternate brakes are available. Engine 2 thrust reverser, normal hydraulic pressures inop. Thrust reverse will deploy and retract at a slower rate. And some thrust asymmetry can be anticipated during thrust reverser deployment. Okay, but we have it available. Alternate nose with steering inop, normal nose with steering is available. Fantastic. Plan for flap 15 landing. We will do so. Good. Set V ref 15 or we ref ice. So let's do the 15. 150 not set. Ice not required.
To the approach 119 and 105. Thank you for today.
So that's all not required. That's not required. Now, plan to extend flaps 15 using alternate flap extension. We'll do so. The drag penalty with the leading edge. That's still on.
Madrid on 13298, Lufthansa 5 Tango, uniform. Obrigado.
Didn't we change that?
Thank you.
To 50?
Are
I'm sure we did. So we'll do that later. Now we're gonna calculate the landing distance for the abnormal. So we'll go to performance again, and this time we'll select B system inop, flaps 15. Now look at the landing distance. It's 1500. Why? Because we have to use max manual braking. So landing distance is okay. VREF 15 plus 5 is 155 actually.
Sorry, that's 119.
So I am going to set, yeah, 155. So that's the approach speed. Auto brake remains off, manual braking. Now,
Control, hello, November 8, telling us.
Do we want to start the approach right now? Question mark.
500, just got the contact.
November 8, telling Alpha, Lisboa, boa tarde, clock 0517, Lisboa QNH 1015.
0517, November 8, telling us.
Good. Next it says, do not arm auto brake for landing, use manual braking, and then check this complete except deferred items. Good, guys. Let me have a quick look here at the arrival routing. There is a holding at Dewood. I would just like to enter the holding at Dewood for a few minutes. Lisboa from Ryanair to Delta Quebec. Okay, we'll descend level 60, but we have a request due to a technical issue. And Ryanair to Delta Quebec, if possible, like to enter the holding at Dewood for a few minutes to troubleshoot with our abnormal here.
Ryanair to Delta Quebec, Roger, at Dewood, all this published, stop descent at level 80, report when ready for the approach.
Okay, we'll stop descent level 80, we'll enter the published hold at Dewood and we'll code Ryanair to Delta Quebec. So 80 set. So we'll take
identified. Confirm ready to pick up IFR.
Dewood hold, and it is 313 inbound.
Alpha, IFR starts now. Continue climb at level 240.
And we have left turns. I'll show you that on the chart in a minute.
Contact flight starts now, level 240, November 8 Kelly.
So here's the and the controller is very good. He did see immediately that the minimum holding is level 80. We would have checked that here as well, with the holding with the chart, to make sure that we do not bust that minimum holding. Now also, we're going to go speed intervention. We're going to start slowing down to holding speed, and then we're going to enter the hold. So fuel check. We have 4 tons. Seat cushion there. So we have 4 tons available. The question is, so we've completed the checklist except deferred items. So let's have a look. Fact is we've lost hydraulic B system, and we have hydraulic A and standby hydraulic. Right now we're clean. We've got no flaps out. We've got no gear out. We've checked the landing data. We can land at Porto, but we have the fuel to divert as well if required. So we could also go to the alternate, which is Lisboa. We need 2 tons plus final reserve 1 ton, so 3 tons would be the minimum fuel to divert now to Lisboa. All right. So let's say we have options: stay here in Porto or divert to Lisboa. I would say the weather is good enough on both. We only have actually I can check the ATIS one more time real quickly. So we have information delta, the wind 320 at 10. So we're going to have a little bit of a crosswind, but not much. So that's okay with you know, the hydraulic issue as well, right? Let's go vertical speed. What else? Risks, benefits. We have a long runway here, long runway in Lisboa. We have a bit more fuel if we stay here. Weather we can see. They have 1 runway here. Okay, sorry, yeah. Yeah, but that's normal. We are busy, right? Thanks for the heads up though, ATC called. Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, go ahead please. Yeah, I think we'll be ready in about 5 minutes. Currently we have 160 passengers on board, no dangerous goods, and the fuel remaining is about 2.5 hours. So now let's have a look how it's going to enter that that holding pattern. So holding is active. Pretty much a direct entry, it seems like. Thanks for the heads up. Okay, so guys, what do you think? Shall we stay here or shall we go to Lisbon? What would you say?
Turn left heading 190, Organ 56, Echo Papa.
Ryanair 275 Juliet, descent at level 100, information Delta.
Okay, you would stay? So you'd stay in Lisboa?
Delta Ryanair 275 Juliet.
Commit to Porto, okay. Right, deferred items, descent checklist, preservation, land, I'll check, 250, recall.
Yeah, level 350, 350.
So flight control still there. And hydraulics, which is exactly what we've talked about. Your damping is in-op. It's set in the checklist.
November 129.
Good, so I would agree. I don't see myself improving anything to divert. So I would agree, we'll stay here. Next question is, would we prepare the cabin for anything? Anything like, you know, safety position or...
Continuing to 390, 129 Alpha.
Do we want to clear Pan or
129 Yankee Alpha, proceed direct Alago, Alpha, Lima, Alpha.
do we need
Golf,
fire brigade at the
clear
runway?
Alago, 9 Alpha, arrival.
Say again for 299 Alpha, didn't copy that.
November Yankee Alpha, proceed direct Alago, Alpha, Lima, Alpha, Golf, Uniform, cleared Alago, 9 Alpha, arrival.
That we'll proceed to Alpha, Lima, Alpha, Golf, Uniform, 9er Alpha, arrival. And,
The question why I'm saying this is actually, would this even be a Mayday? Question mark. How many hydraulic systems do we have? So we have A and B, really, right?
Organ 52nd Papa.
Yeah, but so we actually only have one hydraulic system. Do you guys know what happens if hydraulic system A fails as well? That's a big thing for the 737. Because then you're only on standby hydraulic, meaning you only have rudder, ailerons and elevators are all just through these little tabs. So manual reversion, which makes it really hard to... So strictly speaking, it would actually be a Mayday. But let's do the pan. And Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, we're going to declare pan at the moment with a hydraulic issue, and we are ready for the approach anytime.
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, Lisboa Roger, cancel the hold, fly heading 250.
Cancel hold, fly heading 250, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec.
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, descend flight level 60.
Descend flight level 60 to Delta Quebec. We'll do that with a little change.
56 Echo Papa, disregard, flight level 60, turn right heading 240.
Sorry, Oregon.
Turn right heading 240 and climb flight level 60, Organ 56, okay, Papa.
My bad. Sorry for that. Good.
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, resume all navigation direct to continue descent 4,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Descend 4,000, QNH 1017, and press version direct to, let me see, that was direct to Akulu, thank you.
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, cleared RMP approach runway 35.
And cleared the RMP 35, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec. Alright, a lot of things to do. So let's...
Are you able to vacate under your own power?
Yes, we are able to vacate on power, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec. Good, so we can press LNAV, down 4,000, I'm going to get a bit of speed brake out, but we have to be careful. Now let's have a look, how many spoilers are actually out of on the wings? Yeah, so that's good, so it's showing partial spoiler, not all of the spoilers are coming out, which is good. Here comes flaps 1, and so we're going to, well, we have to, I think we have to move the lever as well. So going to put this to arm,
250 knots, right.
And now we're going to get flaps down, and you can see the flap levers moving. Oh, not quite there yet.
Organ 5 Echo Papa, turn left heading 180.
Turn left heading
So here we go. Put the flap lever to 1. Just in case, for any reason, the hydraulic power comes back, right? Which it shouldn't, but if there's any glitches or anything. So we'll continue now with flaps 5. We've got safe speed. Speed is checked. Oh, come on. That's the only problem, that I can't see the display. I have to keep clicking it. It does take a long time, look at that. Still not there. Yeah, now it's 5. I'm going to put the flap lever to 5. Obviously. Yeah, in IRL you would have taken the time as well to have the passengers informed that the fire brigade will be there, but you would tell them, hey, it's going to be a normal landing. Right, let's go down 3000 for the approach. And it's 1017. That's confirmed. We have to confirm that with the tower as well, 1805. Uh, 005 later on. Good. Let's continue with the flaps. Now we've got to be careful though, because if we go beyond, well, actually 15 should be okay clean without gear down, right? So let's continue. Flaps 15.
Morgan 566 Papa, resume all navigation direct descent 4,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Almost there.
Descent 4,000 feet. Can you just say again the waypoint, please? George 566
ND is coming down.
1017.
Morgan 566 Papa, resume all navigation direct
speed
Alpha Q uniform, Lima uniform.
Almost 15. A few more seconds. Just a little tad longer.
Planier 2 Delta Quebec, contact tower 118.005, safe landing.
18005, thanks for the help. Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec.
Planier 275 Juliet, cancel leader station.
Come on. Power, power, power.
Morgan 566 Papa, turn left heading 060.
Right, we want 155 for the approach speed. Bit discrepancy there regarding. Right, FAC is armed, but actually active. LNAV armed, out hold. And here we got the glide path armed. I'm going to go with 160 initially. Don't like to be that slow. Porto Tower, good evening from Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec on the RNF 35 glide path.
Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, boa tarde. Unit 1017, wind 320 degrees, 10 knots, runway 35 clear to land. Do you need any assistance on the ground?
No assistance required at the moment, and we will vacate on own power and clear to land runway 35, QNH 1017 copied, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec, thank you. So we have missed approach all the way up to 60. And that's a cool thing about the IN approach. Good, so approach checklist altimeters 1017 at 2300 set. We have the alternate flap extension already finished. So 230 maximum. Now slats will not retract anymore.
Yeah, just to, I think it will be more convenient.
Ground proximity inhibits, which inhibits. So flap inhibit.
While we'll
flap inhibit is inhibited.
Try to set up the
landing checklist. Engine start switch is continuous. Speed brakes armed. Gear down, 3 greens, and flaps 15 green light, and that's the landing checklist complete.
Alpha 1
good.
Holding point, and we are cleared via Turon 9 Echo.
Manual flights.
With same squawk 4230.
We're nicely on path.
Could you give us again the initial climb?
So flaps 15 obviously requires a lot less power.
4000, 4540, obrigado.
Manual flights. Nicely trimmed. And the pitch obviously is going to be a bit higher as well, 1000 checked. And remember that we have to have manual brakes and reversers will deploy unevenly. Well, that's about it. We are clear to land. QNH was checked. 3.7 tons. So the 155, that is literally ref speed, which I find a bit strange, but getting a bit low here. Path again.
Porto Tower, very good evening once again. Organ 56 Echo Papa fully established on the ILS at 4,000 feet.
Org 56 Echo Papa, hello again, sorry for the audio issues. Continue approach number 2, wind check 20 degrees, 10 knots, QNH 1017.
Continue approach number 2 and QNH 1017, Organ 56 Echo Papa.
Happy with that. We have speed brakes up, reverser normal, and manual brakes.
Now that's how pros do it.
Try to take that high speed here. Fantastic. Cool. Here we go. Speed brakes in. We'll leave the flaps as they are. Maintenance. Yeah, a bit fast on taxiway. I agree, madam. So the after lens.
Disregard, correct, org 56 Echo Papa, wind 320 degrees, 10 knots, runway 35 straight to land.
Clear to land runway
TCAS
35,
off.
Organ 56 Echo Papa.
Yeah, Drehstückpilot. Yeah, have a good one. Vielen Dank. Ah, well, yeah. Now, the thing is, flaps 15 obviously is the landing flap setting, you know, pilots will do very rarely. And so, since you're going to be a bit faster, you don't want to flare for too long, right? You don't want to flare past the touchdown zone and risk a go around. So, you know, I'd rather aim for a not a heavy touchdown, but just a positive touchdown to get down in time. You don't have to grease it in this situation.
275 Juliet, reduce to 190 knots until 16.
There's no ground here, so we're just going to
210 knots until 210 knots for Ryanair 275 jet.
Canada 2750 negative 180 knots.
180 knots until 60 me, Ryanair 275 jet.
So we have radar off.
Canada 2 Delta Quebec, port.
Yeah, Ryanair 2 Delta Quebec approaching the apron.
Canada 2 Delta Quebec, taxi to Sun Sierra 33 via Sierra 3.
Via Sierra 3 to stand 33. So Sierra 33, thank you. Sierra 33 to stand and via Sierra 3 later on, thank you.
Alpine 51.
So it's going to be Sierra 6 initially.
Information Delta.
And then we switch over to Sierra 3 for Sierra 33 gate. I'm just so surprised that is that normal
Alpine 51
gate for Ryanair? I thought they used to stand here, where the
your destination, Bell to 9 Echo departure, initial flying star level 100 and focus 0531.
Close to destination, KH 107, Bell to 9 Echo departure, flight level 100, squawk 0501, Alpine 51 on telemetry.
Alpine 51 Hotel X-ray, feedback correct, just revised squawk 0531.
So 0531 Alpine 51 Hotel X-ray.
Well, we'll take it. I mean, we got it assigned, so why not? Yeah, so good. So interesting. I mean, if I compare the hydraulic issue on the A320, compare that with the you know, the issue here now, that wasn't actually that bad.
Behind the 737 line up.
So they do park pretty much everywhere since it's a heavy base for them. Okay.
Just to confirm, departure frequency will be 125.550.
So there we go. Sierra 337 to Sierra 30. And we have Sierra 33. There's 34.
Obrigado.
Canada 275 visual between 3200 degrees 10 knots, runway 35.1.
Quick fly, runway 35, Ryanair 275.
Alright, we have the APU available. Can switch off all the lights. Radar is off. And docking system is available. Oh really? You have actually boarded from Sierra 33 with Ryanair, okay. So they don't use the jetways, they use their own. Oh, that's interesting. We have double. It says 321. Oh, now we've got 737 there as well. Which one do I choose? Oh, I guess that's one is Aerosoft, the other one is. We'll take this one here. Alright, brake set. So the APU was available. We're going to shut down the engines. Oh, whoops. It doesn't do that automatically on the 737. So we first have to use that, of course. We'll leave the forward fuel pump on. And then we'll have those off. Leave that on for now. We can have APU. Bleed air on. That is off. We'll have anti-collision light off. Transponder off. And then we'll read the checklist. And also, you saw that the failure, so the checklist with that hydraulic failure actually had integrated descent, approach, and landing checklist. So we didn't have to use those here. So now we're just going to jump into the shutdown. Fuel pumps off, probe heat off, hydraulic panel is set, flaps non-standard 15 for the maintenance. Parking brake is set, and engine start let us cut off, radar is off. One thing I want to try though, since you know, it is an add-on that's supposed to be, you know, high fidelity. What I'm going to do now is I am actually going to select the flaps up until flaps show completely up, and then we'll have a look if the slats are still out. Because again, the standby system does not supply, or doesn't have the power to put the slats up again. So if I remember correctly, it's just like a check valve in this case where it would open, get the slats out, but it doesn't have the system to retract them again. So where are we? Flaps 2. Oh yeah, and up is actually a sticky position there, which is correct IRL as well. So the leading edge flaps, they should remain extended, right? So here we've got the flaps now up. And the slats. There we go. Yeah, so that is correct.
Echo, Sierra, stand, Sierra.
Yeah, he will get to pass. He did a good job, the controller, absolutely. Yeah. He did a very good job. Not sure why it's still showing altitude transponder standby. There we go, now it's off. Good. Guys, I am gonna go and get ready for the second part of the stream. So I'm gonna go into the Huey DCS campaign Paradise Lost. So should be interesting. Let's see how often we crash. And I didn't even know what we have to do today on those 1 or 2 missions. We'll see. Good. Thank you so much for the resubs coming in. Much appreciated. Moderators, as always, thank you so much for all the help. Bruno, thank you so much. Lee, Dankeschön. Mark, Dankeschön. Yoda, hello. And Dankeschön. Oh yeah, Captain Chaos do, yeah. Actually, the intro has some music, so that should be interesting. I hope I don't get copyright strike for that. Cool. Guys, here comes the outro. I'll be back on Monday, so like I said, I have some friends over, and the next stream then will be, well, now with the DCS stream in about 10-15 minutes, and then next normal kind of schedule is Monday. Take care, everyone, and hope to see you, of course, in a few minutes.